Hello everyone, welcome in. This is Crystal Guardian here to do a tarot reading for the collective. We're going to call in our guides, guardians, spirit, ancestors. Tell us what we need to know today. Give us your divine guidance and wisdom. Anybody sending negative energy our way, please return it back to the sender. We ask this in the name of the Most High. Okay, so let's get into the reading. Okay, we have today, with the bottom of the deck, we have consequences. And we have narcissist and wishful thinking. Okay. So somebody is going to be facing consequences. They're salty about it. This is a narcissist. They're looking for a second chance. We have legal matters. So this person might be facing legal consequences for bad choices that they've made. You might hear about this person going to jail or having to go to court for some reason. You've put your boundaries up against this narcissist. We have wishful thinking with hopeless falling out right underneath it. So it seems like this person is now in this present moment getting consequences for whatever they've done. They're a narcissist. They were trying to have a second chance with you or pull you back into a cycle. With this salty here, they're angry about the consequences that they're facing. Now, legal being here, this is about lawyers, court, and paperwork. They could be facing legal ramifications for something that they've done, but this can also be about spiritual court. They might be under judgment in the spirit world for things that they've done. You've put your boundaries up against this narcissist. That's leaving them in this hopeless energy because they had wishful thinking of a second chance. Now, with them being a narcissist, this is somebody who will break up with you, devalue you, discard you, and then pull you back into a cycle with hoovering. And now that your boundaries are up, they realize they don't have a second chance. And this is leading them into this hopeless energy because they probably hoovered you into the past, back into a relationship only to devalue and discard you again and again. This is what narcissists do. Now they're facing the consequences of their bad choices. You have your boundaries up. They are salty about this. This is what is going on right now. But with this legal here, I mean, you might be going to court with this person. They might have done something illegal and gotten caught, and now they have to face their judgment for this. Let's get more information with the tarot. Because we don't know right now. Is this legal court or is this spiritual court? This might be like divorce proceedings if you're leaving this person. But this might also be something that they've done if you have taken out a restraining order against this person. Or this could be like totally different legal proceedings that they could be dealing with. But it can also be spiritual too. Okay, so let's see what we have here. All right, we have the Seven of Pentacles. This is about putting in hard work, persistence, investing. He is digging up the fruits of his labor here with the Seven of Pentacles. This is like reaping your rewards, reaping the benefits of your hard work. Now, with Seven of Cups being here, this is about opportunities, different opportunities, but it can also be about wishful thinking, which we have over here. And it can also be illusions. Like, he has all of these cups here. Now, some of the opportunities are good, and some of them are not good. We have Queen of Pentacles here. This is about being nurturing, practical, financially stable. This can also be a single parent who financially provides for their children. And then we have Three of Cups. So this is about celebration, friendship. So you might be in this Queen of Pentacles energy after going through and putting in hard work, investing in yourself, investing in the future. Now you're in this Queen of Pentacles energy. You're reaping the benefits of your hard work. With this coming in, you now have options. Just be sure to weigh those options. Use your discernment. And you're in a celebratory energy with this Three of Cups here. You're celebrating. So let's see what else we have going on. Why are consequences out here? So you might be going to court today with this against this person, and it seems like if you are, the outcome is going to work in your favor. Okay, so with consequences here, we have the Five of Cups, which is about being in regret and disappointment. So this person is in regret and disappointment that they're facing the consequences of their actions. We have the Queen of Swords here. Now this is about having boundaries, being clear-minded, being perceptive. So you're in this Queen of Swords energy. You have your sword up against this person. They're now dealing with the consequences of their actions, and this is putting them in a regretful energy. With the Lovers here, this is definitely somebody you had a romantic relationship with. But now you have your sword up against this person. Okay, with the Three of Pentacles, this is about teamwork, collaboration, building something. I really feel with this reading like you are going through some kind of court case with this person, whether it is about divorcing them, breaking up, like dividing your assets to get with this person. You could have been married to this person, had a house with this person. I feel like this is a divorce situation with the legal being here under the consequences. This person was a narcissist. You now have your boundaries up. And with this Three of Cups being here, I feel like things are going to work in your favor. If this is a court case, this is something that you're going through right now, you will come out on top of this. You might not feel like it at the moment, but you will come out on top in this legal matter. Now, this could be also about maybe child support, visitation, and that is putting this person in this Ten of Wands, burden, struggle energy. You're going to be celebrating about whatever the decision is with this legal case being out here. And that person is going to be in burden. You are going to come out ahead in this case. Now, why is narcissist out here? Although we know this person is a narcissist. Okay. Yeah, there was a tower moment here. This person did something to you that created a tower moment in your life. It created a upheaval. It was a disaster. Whatever they did, this narcissist, it totally destroyed your relationship. It threw your life into chaos and upheaval. Now you're putting in this Eight of Pentacles energy. You're putting in hard work. You're diligent in this situation. You're putting in the hard work after this tower moment with this narcissist. Why is wishful thinking out here? Whatever this person did to you, they thought they were going to get away with it. They thought they were going to be able to have a second chance. They thought they were going to be able to sweet talk you and reel you back in to this situation. You were not having it. You put your boundaries up against this person. You called judgment on this person, either in the physical world with the legal matters in the courtroom, or this could be in spiritual as well. But I feel like this is an actual court case in the 3D. Now we have Two of Swords here. This is about a stalemate. This is also about making difficult decisions and a deadlock. So this person came in with this wishful thinking, wanting a second chance with you. You put your swords up. You called no more on this situation. You called a stalemate on the whole thing. They're now salty about it. Let's get more on wishful thinking. They really thought that they were going to throw you into these tower moments and then just come back in as if nothing happened, and you were going to accept them back. After all the struggle that they put you through, they really thought that they were just going to be able to move on, from the situation like nothing ever happened and that they would never have to face any consequences. And now that they're facing consequences, they're losing their minds about it, and they're bitter, they're angry, they're hopeless. So now we have, this is still under wishful thinking, Hermit. So you called this a stalemate on this. You went into hermit mode. You did soul searching. You decided that this was not worth it. You put your boundaries up against this person. You deserve respect. You deserve to be treated the way that you treat other people. This person was not giving you equal give and take. They were putting you through tower moments, and you decided to call a stalemate on this situation. Enough was enough. They were in wishful thinking, thinking that you were going to just allow them back in to start this relationship over again with this Ace of Cups. They wanted to create these tower moments in your life and then come back in with some cup full of bullshit, offering you some shitty love offer, trying to get you back into this cycle of deja vu, the hoovering, the discard, the devaluation. You put your sword up with this Ace of Swords. You gain mental clarity on the situation after going into hermit mode. And you realized this was not the situation for you. You were not going to continue to deal with these struggles. You gained your mental clarity. And you decided to call judgment. You've had enough. They're now burdened because they're facing the consequences of their actions. And now they're bitter and salty about you having boundaries and saying enough is enough and defending yourself. So why is salty out here? I'm trying to go in order, but I'm really curious about this legal case. Like I said, it could be spiritual, but I really have a feeling that you're going through physical court with this person, either over custody, visitation for a child, or divorce proceedings, or some kind of legal separation, or division of assets. So we know this person is salty. Okay. But let's see why. Okay. So with salty out here, we have the Four of Wands. This is about building a strong foundation, celebrating joy, harmony, marriage. Now, you might have been married to this person, but this was not built on a strong foundation. This is here because whatever you move on to in the future is where you're going to build your strong foundation after going through this, whether it's spiritual court where this soul tie is being cut and you are going to have a new soul contract with a high-level soulmate coming in. That's where your strong foundation is going to be. That's where you're going to be celebrating. But this person might also be salty because you're not letting them back into this marriage or this relationship. Whether this was a physical marriage in the 3D, like an actual legal marriage, or a spiritual marriage. You've gone into the Four of Swords energy. You've contemplated this. You've taken a step back. You've looked over the situation. You decided enough was enough. Now with the King of Pentacles energy being here, this is about having discipline, but it's also about prosperity, security, wealth. So I have a feeling with you celebrating here today, if this is a legal court case, you're going to come out ahead in this. This is your energy with the King of Pentacles here. You're going to come out ahead in this situation. You might be trying to dissolve assets. You might have a house with this person. This is telling me that the law is going to go in your favor with this celebratory energy here. You're going to come out ahead in this situation. You're going to receive security. The court is going to decide in your favor. And if you owned a house together, the judgment is going to be that you get to keep the house. I really see this as being a physical court case, and I see things going in your favor. Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups here. This can also be your energy. This is about nurturing, healing, being emotionally stable, caring. We did see the Queen of Pentacles come out here before. So you might have children with this person. The court is going to decide in your favor. You're going to be in a financially stable position. After this court case, you're the parent, the main parent. This Queen of Pentacles is about being a single parent that provides for your children. You are in a nurturing Queen of Cups energy. You're the one who takes care of these kids. If you have children together. And the court is going to see that. This person, this past person that's facing these legal issues, they're coming in a sneaky kind of competitive energy with the Five of Swords here. You see him with the sword looking to stab this guy in the back. That's how this person is going to come into these legal proceedings, as a sneak. They're going to try some underhanded stuff in this case. But you are going to come out ahead with the Nine of Cups here. This is about wish fulfillment. Things are going to go your way in this legal situation. With the Magician here, this is about manifestation, self-confidence, clarity, willpower. So you are going to manifest a positive outcome in this legal matter. Well, this person is over here in this Seven of Swords energy, being a sneak. We saw that here with the Five of Swords. Now we have the Seven of Swords. So this person is going to try some underhanded tactics in the courtroom. And the judge is going to see through this with the Star being here. He's going to see, the judge, he or she, is going to see the truth in this situation. They're going to see how this other person is handling themselves in the courtroom. And the sneaky things they've tried to do. And they're not going to get away with it. They're going to try, they've probably been trying some underhanded, dastardly things, and to come out ahead in this situation, there's going to be consequences for their sneaky behavior. The judge is going to see through this. With this here, this Star energy, this is about good fortune, good omens, hope. So have hope in this situation. You might feel like things are bleak because of all the bullshit that this narcissist has put you through. They might be dragging you through court, making your life a hell. The judge is going to see what they're doing. They're going to be able to see right through this person. There is going to be consequences for what they've been doing. Okay, so now we have boundaries out here. Let's see what this is about. Why is boundaries out here? Okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles. Now, this is about holding on to something. It can also be about saving money, security, but it's also about control. So this person is trying to hang on to you. They're trying to drag this situation out in court because they don't want to give in. They're a narcissist. They're trying to keep this situation going. They're trying to put you through hell. They're trying to drag things out. They're angry that you have boundaries. They're trying to hold on to you. They're trying to hold on to their money. They don't want to give in. They don't care. If this is somebody who has children with you, they don't want to pay child support. They don't want to provide for their children. They have a mentality of like, oh, if we're not together, then the kids aren't my problem. They're one of those types of people. They look at their children as an object. They don't look at their children as, these are my children that I created, that I have to provide for. They're my responsibility. They're looking at their children as, oh, well, the relationship is over now, so I shouldn't have to be responsible for taking care of these kids. Let her deal with it, or let him deal with it. He's the one raising them. Let it be his problem. Let it be her problem. Let her figure out what she's going to do. Let him figure out what he's going to do to raise them. I'm walking out of this situation. They want to divorce me, or they want to leave me. Well, then they can be the ones to deal with these kids. That is the type of energy I'm getting from this narcissist. It's almost like, oh, well, I'm not playing with that toy anymore, so I shouldn't have to pay for it. Okay, so now with Page of Wands here, and this is what I want to say too. I'm getting, if you do have children with this person is trying to use these children against you. They're weaponizing these children. and going to try, if they haven't already, to use them against you, to either hang on to you or to turn these kids against you, but it is not going to work. Now, with Page of Wands here, we have inspiration, ideas, limitless potential, exploration, excitement, and freedom. So you put your boundaries up against this person. You now have respect for yourself. You said enough is enough. You're fed up. They're trying to cling on to you, but you're moving on with this Page of Wands. This is about freedom. You're going to gain your freedom from this person. This could be a legal battle that has gone on for a very long time. They could have been dragging the situation out. With this narcissistic energy and the Four of Pentacles clinging to you, and then the Five and the Seven of Swords with their sneaky, underhanded behaviors, I have a feeling that they've been dragging you through it in this legal situation. They're dragging things out. They're trying to create a war of attrition where you can't afford to pay for a lawyer anymore. They're trying to fight you over every little thing. But you have strength in this situation. Keep going. Don't give up. Find your inner strength, even when things feel like they're never going to end. And this is going to go on forever. They're dragging you through the mud. Find your inner strength. Hold on, because things are going to go in your favor. Okay, now why is hopeless out here? Now you might be feeling hopeless. And if you are, don't feel hopeless in this situation. You will get through it. You will come out ahead. So with Ace of Wands, we have, this is about a new project, willpower, potential new beginnings, and new opportunities for growth. So have the willpower and with the strength here. Find your inner strength. Dig down deep. I know you've been through a lot. They've been putting you through tower after tower here with this situation. But just hold on. Find your courage. Find your inner strength. You will get through this. Okay? Don't feel hopeless in this situation. I know when you're going through it, it is a hard situation to deal with. But just dig down deep inside yourself. Keep going. Don't lose hope. Because the judge will see through this sneaky fuck. And with the Three of Wands, your ships are going to come in. This is about making progress. So with him here with the Three of Wands, you can't really see in this picture, but this is an ocean and he's watching his ships come in. So just hang in there. Don't lose hope. Find your inner strength, no matter how difficult it is, because your ships are going to come in and you will gain your freedom with this situation. Let's just get one more on that. Okay. We had the Chariot and it came out in reverse. So this is going to be, this is this past person's energy. This is their opposition. They're aggressive, they're arrogant, they're careless. They're going to come into court with this energy of arrogance and sneakiness and lies. The judge is going to see through this. It's not going to go in their favor. I know that this is probably with the Chariot in reverse, the energy that they came in before. And it's making you feel hopeless because you're such an arrogant, aggressive person. But we also have justice here. Now this is what I'm saying, like with these legal proceedings, there's going to be a just decision made and it's going to go in your favor. The judge is going to see through this person's aggressive, arrogant behavior. They're going to rule in your favor. And with the Five of Swords being here in reverse, this battle is going to come to an end. And it's going to be swift. We saw that today up here. So prepare for an end to be coming to this situation soon. I know it's leaving you in a hopeless energy. Just keep your boundaries up. Have your strength. The judge is going to see through this situation. Things are going to be ruled in your favor. You're going to be in this stable Queen of Pentacles energy. This person's consequences is that they're going to be left in this burdened energy. They're finally going to have to pay for all the Tower moments that they've put you through. And with wishful thinking here, this has come to an end. There's a stalemate in the situation, and they are not going to get ahead. They are not going to come out on top. They think they're coming out on top. They might seem like they're coming out on top right now, but things will go your way. All right, so I'm going to pull out of this affirmation deck for a crystal. All right, we have Celestite. Celestite connects you to your higher self and calls in your angels. In fact, this crystal grants direct access to angelic realms and Akashic records. Celestite activates the throat chakra, connecting you with your truth and authentic voice. It reminds you that no matter where you are on your journey, your angels are with you, providing love, support, and healing. My angels are always, affirmation, my angels are always by my side. So, with Celestite being here, call on your higher self, call on your spirit team. You do have guardian angels, you do have your ancestors watching over you, and all you have to do is call them for help. Just say a little prayer to them, call them in, ask for their protection, ask for their guidance, ask for them to watch over you. You feel like you're alone and hopeless in this situation, but things will be coming to an end soon. Things will go in your favor with this proceeding. If you feel like you don't have a support system in the 3D, you do have one in the spirit world. And I do have a piece of Celestite. I can show you what it looks like. Let me see, I'm trying to find it now. This is Celestite. And you can work with this, you can meditate with it, you can carry a piece in your pocket with you. It is a great stone to work with. And like I said, don't be afraid to call on your guides, your guardians, your spirit, your ancestors, your loved ones that have passed over. They are there. They are watching out for you. They are watching over you. And they will give you strength and calm to persevere through this situation. And though things might look dire and tough right now, you will come out on top in this case. That's the reading. If it resonated with you, please comment, like, and subscribe. We'll catch you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.